Hey everybody, today is the 22nd of July 2021. My name's Kevin and welcome to Kev's Vibe of the Day, where I frame up your day and give you something positive to bite into. Let's get right to the cards. All right. Thank you, guardians, angels, archangels, ancestors from all four corners of the earth. The intention of these oracle cards is to bring growth, enlightenment, incitement, and a positive message for all of us today. I am willing to listen, to receive, to share all your messages. All right, here we go. I like that one. Oh, here we go with the seer. You know, it's really quite interesting that I have picked, well, you know what? I'm going to ask again. See beyond the current situation. This would be, if I were doing a 3-card spread, this would be the strength card. And I'm going to pick 3 more from this deck. Whoops. And see if, let's see the heart card. Oh, oracle. Okay, so this is different. And then let's do a third one. This will be the fire guardian. So in the way I read this is the strength, heart, and challenge. And challenge isn't so much a bad thing. Challenge is more a something to pay attention to. So the strength that we bring to the table with these daily spiritual practices, the daily focus, is being able to see beyond what's in front of your face. For example, if you're feeling a certain way, if your mood is stretched, if your mind and your emotions are somewhat strained and somewhat off, out of balance, out of whack, you have the ability, I have the ability, we have the ability to be able to see beyond the feeling, to dig deeper and scratch the surface of really what's going on with that. That's a strength. So the heart card, when these things pop up, and the seer being the one that asks us to pay attention beyond the veil, the oracle is asking us to wait for the important information, wait for spirit, for the love, for source to come and reveal what's next, and then finally to pay attention to your passion, what you are into. And I can find this quite interesting in today's 3-card spread, because I've been recently, or was recently, aware of the fact that on the 23rd and 24th and 25th, we're coming up upon some pretty strong full moon type energy. Saturn and Pluto and some of these other planets, and I'm not an astrologer, so I don't want to twist it, are making some hard angles, some squares to the Earth. And the Sun is right across from Pluto, I understand. I'm not sure. But all those planetary or vibrational energies, which is what's happening, is revealing one thing, and that's freedom. And we'll hear this a lot. What's coming up with this 3-card spread is our ability to dig into what's important to us, what we really want out of life, and to go after it, bar none. You may have heard that friends, colleagues, people that you know and you love have all of a sudden changed their career. Or you might be reading or hearing that folks are not willing to go back to the Monday through Friday grind of the workplace. not willing to step into traffic and go into those small parking garages and stay somewhere for what would normally be an 8-hour shift is more like a 10 to 12 hours. Not willing to have to pick up, rubbish, junk food, what have you, on the way home because there's no time to cook or prepare a meal. So we have all been, in the last 15 to 20 months, been pushed through the ringer of what's important, what's not important. And now, if you are paying attention to the current news cycle, we are still being fed, spoon-fed, all of the information about COVID. Yes, it's still active. Yes, there are still some serious issues with that. But it's as if we've decided that we would like to have our freedom back. We'd like to have our time again. We want to do something with our life that's productive, that is open, that works. Many of us might have experienced a meltdown or a breakdown or a hard angle to, or something that's really frustrating. And we've had to sort of sit on this frustration for a while. The result of sitting on this frustration and not getting anywhere is eventually you'll find freedom. Eventually you get to look through the right window, open the right door, feel the right people. They come along, and it is this unexplained burst of excitement and burst of energy that comes, that we just say, yes, this is what we've been wanting. This is what we've been waiting for. So the oracle, what your heart is saying, wait for the important information. Wait for the right information. Wait for the information that's going to speak to you with such clarity that the fire guardian is igniting your passion. That's what you pay attention to. That's your challenge. So play, become playful. Love, become loving. Grace, become grateful. In the seer, that's your strength. See beyond the current nonsense. Wait for the important clues that come along that will unlock the door. Things are happening for us to our benefit before we've even got them. They always have. But we have to see it that way. And then the fire guardian says, listen, you're passionate about things. There are things that are important to them, but you've been sitting on them. You've not been speaking up. You've not been saying anything. You've not been joining with others that feel the same way, but now it's coming. The big coming of the big reveal. And we'll see more of that as the year plays out. All right, my friends. I want to read a little bit more about this oracle because it's a new card that popped up from this deck that still has a way of somewhat intimidating me, and I'm okay with it. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just quite interested in seeing what oracle says. So the message is, be open and receptive to information and gather facts so that you can make a decision that's in line with your integrity. I like that a lot. It almost feels like this lady in the picture is meditating, and she's burning incense to clear her emotional space, and she's getting clear about what she wants. A little bit more about the oracle's a truth speaker and an insight bringer, an ancestor who will be your best outspoken girlfriend, somebody who will tell you exactly what you need to hear to move forward. And in this deck, she's reminiscent of the Oracle of Delphi, the psychic priestess of ancient Greece who was able to receive information and make predictions. So interesting that the Oracle and the Seer should pop up here together. She holds a bowl in her hand that's the sacred smoke. I like to call that incense, whatever you want to call it. Bringing the message to look beyond all you can see and gather information in order to make an accurate evaluation of your current situation. And for me, that means that if you've been saying that there's lack, if you've been saying that there is limits, if you've been saying, or if you've been listening to any of that limiting thought, feelings and beliefs, you've got to stop it, because this is seeing beyond it. When somebody puts a problem in your way, an obstacle in your way, sticks something there that shouldn't be there, let that go. But know that if you're on your same pathway to passion, if you're on your same pathway to drive, bring it in now. Delays that pop up, it is, that's the desire, that's the intention, that's what you want to do, because there's this fire, the fire guardian, that tells you this is a pathway. My example has been, well, we need to wait till we've got more information. No, go, push, go. The fire guardian says, listen, now is the time. Ignite your passion. Be challenged by the issue that you can do it right now. Growth happens. Things grow around us. And if I'm looking at this oracle card, I'm basically saying those your friends on the other side, your angels and your ancestors, and the whole universe is telling you to listen for important conversations and signs and messages that will send you in the right direction. You're guided to wait for a bit more information, not make fast moves. All right then, my friends, let's get to what Melody Beattie has to say. I hope that clears that up. I'm trying to land it into something that would be personal. I have spoken personally about my place of space and how the energies coming together didn't seem quite right. They didn't seem quite lined up. And, I was dealing with some integrity there, that my intention and my perception was that things were going to be much better. And indeed, I moved into this lovely little corner space with some lovely light, and the chickadee birds come from the bushes that are outside, and it's all very peaceful, very quiet. And then, of course, you have the energy of other people that for me, as a sensitive person, it gets to be a little bit intrusive. And I have a tendency to, when something doesn't feel right on all the levels, I'll go really quickly to what level is not feeling right. Usually it's emotional. That would be the root chakra, and the second, the sacral, the one underneath it, and of course your belly, heart downward, the lower extremities of the body. That's where my sensitivity comes from. And so I tend to be real super sensitive. What I've also noticed that those of us that are on a daily spiritual practice such as this, and we begin to open ourselves up to otherworldly vibrations and understand that everything comes from source. It's a vibrational energy that brings us what we give and what we receive, that the physical sensitivity, the feelings that we have to move through are quite polarizing. The best way I can say of being able to neutralize the polarizing effect of, you could be pretty emotional at 10 o'clock and pretty serene by 11, that sort of thing. It almost would appear to be internally manic, but there's a reason for that. It's because Spirit's encouraging us to raise the vibration, to get into nature, to get into dirt, to find some water, to find an element, if not all of them. That would be a fountain, a pool, a lake, a pond, the ocean. Anywhere that there's a body of water is one element. Trees, the earth, a walk, a park. Anywhere that there's a lot of wood and grounded energy, especially if you're in your thoughts and you keep running it through your head. Listen. The other one that's a good element is the sun, the vitamin B, the light, the fire that comes from the sun. And to be in the sun, and to face the sun, and to look at the sun and bring that sun's energy in. That's another element. It's cleansing. The element of air, the element that would be blowing it out the way, letting it go, would certainly be the mountains. Certainly be somewhere where there is a breeze, somewhere where you've got some wind flow. But I would definitely say in this case, if you are wanting to sort of let things flow out, use wind and water and fire, those things, those elements to move through, move past, and move beyond the stagnancies that you feel. And they're very quick. It's not, doesn't take very long, and it moves on through. All right, let's read from our Journey to the Heart book and see what Melody Beatty has to say for today. Take a trip. Imagine that. Making sure we're on the right date, yeah. I met 3 women at the Ojo Caliente hot springs in New Mexico. 2 were in their 50s. 1 was in her 60s. They splashed around in the mineral water in the stream. They looked happy, alive, vibrant. We only live 2 hours away, but twice a year we come here to gather. It heals us, renews us, and sends us back to our lives changed. Is there some place you'd like to travel to? Do you have time off from work? Time that you could use creatively? Do you have a long weekend coming up? How would you like to spend that? Vacations and trips are important. They give us the chance to get away, see someplace new, rest, refresh our spirits. Trips often synchronize with growth. They celebrate what we've been through or what we're going through. A trip can correlate with a big new leg of our journey in spiritual growth. Often, we feel the urge to travel. It's connected to a deeper urge, the urge to go somewhere new on our path. Recognize the desire within your heart to travel and see new horizons. Then honor it, for it reveals your desire to touch new horizons in your life. I like that. Take a trip. You know, it's okay if the trip that you take is a mental one. Sometimes we have to do that, meditate. And I don't know that you have to go very far. I mean, I love this home life I've got. Beautiful house, gorgeous garden. I believe that my house, when I bought it 26 years ago, was handpicked for me. It's a couple of times I've tried to sell it and move. Don't know why, but it never worked. I might have had 1, maybe 2 showings, and that was it, which just tells me I'm right where I need to be. Incidentally, my friend Denson, who's now through the veil on the other side, drew the floor plan for this house long before I even saw it, long before I'd even come up on the front lawn to come through to see it for the first time. And he just meditated and said, this is what this space is going to be like. And somewhere in a drawer, I've got that floor plan that he drew. And it was pretty accurate. So oddly enough, when I walked in here, the early part of 1996, I believe it was, March, somewhere in there, I knew instantly that this was the home, the house that I was meant to live in. I got goosebumps, so I know he's here. And I've been here ever since. All right, my friends, let's meditate. Close your eyes down. And for this morning, take a big stretch up, a big stretch out. Open your arms up wide. I want to read something from this fabulous book, Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. And it's about abundance. And there's a piece that's called Open Your Arms. So bear with me as I read this, and you close your eyes down and just generate your a conscious connected breathing. Louise says, at least once a day, with my arms stretched out to the sides, I say, I am open and receptive to to all the good and abundance in the universe. It gives me a feeling of expansion. That's what we should do. Put your arms out wide. Take a big breath in, especially if you're feeling limited. And you just say, I am open and receptive to all the good and abundance in the universe. It gives me a feeling of expansion. I am open and receptive to all the abundance in the universe. Now imagine out in front of you, slightly up above you, there is a golden light, similar to the sun that never goes out. A golden light that's connected to your golden light that lives within your heart. And as you keep breathing, allow that light to shine bright till it's not just entering your whole body and filling your whole body up, rooting down through the soles of your feet down into the earth's core, but it's stretching outward. Think of this bright white light as your rechargeable energy. And think of the colours of the light. Slight changes of pink, slight changes of blue, slight changes of violet. And with these slight hues, slight tints, slight tinges, you're picking the elements of Archangel Michael. See the blue colour like a blue moon that's coming with this beautiful white light from source energy. And your prayer is to thank Archangel Michael for cutting the ties that bind you to people and places and situations and stories and drama and nonsense and anything else that no longer serves your purpose. And see this blue light with the flame of Archangel Michael and the sword of Archangel Michael, cutting and removing all that you are tied to, that you no longer need to be tied to. And then make the affirmation, I am free. I am safe. And so it is. Big breath in. Breathe out and let go. Now the white, beautiful, gorgeous light that comes from source energy, fill your mind, your consciousness, your vibrational energy, the energy that feels within your heart. Fill it with the feeling of grace, with the feeling of appreciation, what you're grateful for, unlimited gifts, whatever that could be, whatever that is. These are the gifts that you know are yours, that source energy provides for you, sometimes before you've even asked. Beyond your limiting thoughts and beliefs is expansion of abundance. Beyond the first stream of income are the abundant streams of new income that are limitless. Now Imagine this white light being tinged with the hue of pink, slight pink, magenta, as you fill yourself up with this color of pink magenta light. Imagine it's a glow that goes down below your feet, out from you in all directions, and bounces back to you, swirling around you. When you've got this clear vision of this magenta pink light radiating out from you, radiating back to you, everything tinged as if you're looking through magenta colored glasses. And as you imagine it and as you see it, the Archangel Metatron, the angels of sacred geometry are with you, guiding you, loving you, protecting you. Your prayer is thank you, Archangel Metatron, the angels of sacred geometry, for clearing the energetic space that surrounds me. Thank you for removing the lower vibrational energy, the stagnancies, the blockages, the hurdles, and challenges that stand in my way of love. I welcome your supportive energy as you transmute, transform the energy around me, and so it is. And then you affirm, I am the love, I am the light, I am the joy, and I am abundant in all. And so it is. Make this statement to yourself by giving yourself a bit of a hug, wrapping your hands over your heart, around your belly. Fill yourself up with gratitude, with grace, with that feeling that nothing can go wrong today. Make your statement, I am the keeper of my mind and my body. Wherever love is present, fear is a stranger. And give yourself a squeeze that love is right here. And so it is. Everyone you meet today, everyone you see today, everyone you speak with today will vibrate with that loving light energy that you bring. And continue lifting this vibration, listening to the birds as they begin to wake up. Listening to the world as it begins to wake up. Listening to the pre-dawn rustle of traffic. Sit quietly with your palms toward the sky, receiving the loving energy of Mother Earth, Father Sky, angels, archangels, your guardian angel, protecting you, loving you. And our prayer, thank you, angels, for reminding me of your presence, blessing me with this day, and revealing to me what I need to know. I am willing to listen I am willing to receive. It's so good to feel you and see you and know that you're here. And so it is. Spend a few moments in this quietness in your breath, taking in anything and everything that you hear or see with your mind's eye and your clairaudient skills. I invite you to push pause on this video to continue meditating, visualizing, feeling and being. When you feel complete, bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Make a declaration that all that is before me is for my highest good and the highest good of all concerned. So it shall be. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, and together we bow and say namaste. Thank you, my friends. That was delightful. Continue clearing out your closet. Continue working on your affirmations and the things that lift your vibration up. And we'll talk to each other soon. Bye.